Hi guys, Stark Aperture here, and today I'm back with a $1,650 Haswell gaming PC build. Now for an average PC gamer, this might be a bit overkill, but it's still got enough power to run any game right now maxed out in 1080p, and some games maxed out in 1440p. So let's get to the parts list, then we'll start talking about the parts. Now here's the parts list. Pause the video because I'm moving on already. Got 10-minute limit here. Now with the CPU, I went for Intel Core i5 4670K. Now last time I made an Haswell build this level, I thought there wasn't an unlocked i5 because I thought it was a 4570K. Then I remembered there was a 4670K, and I was like, dang it. Now anyways, this beats a Ivy Bridge 4570K in performance and overclocking. Has both Sandy Bridge levels of overclocking, which is pretty good. Another amazing thing about the new Haswell 5s is that they've added 4 threads to them. They added 4 threads to the i7s too, but now the i5 is a virtual 8 core, which makes it actually a very low upgrade option from the i7 3770K. And it'll render decent now. It's also on the new OG1150 socket, which means you can get another year of CPUs out of this build. You'll probably be able to get a 5670K, then you'll have to get a new socket motherboard. You know, Intel, they aren't that nice in terms of that. Anyways, this is a $250 part, and it's not the best deal, but it's a new CPU. Give it some time to come down if you want. Now, if the CPU cooler, I guess I was wrong getting that, I have the Corsair HAI. As it turns out, the dimensions of LG1150 are the same as the dimensions of LG1155, so it can easily just fit this cooler back on to this new socket. Anyways, as you know, it's one of the best coolers in its price range. No, the best cooler in this price range. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really quiet. You can OC easily with this. You could probably break 4 gigahertz. It's also quieter and cooler than the H80. And like I said, you can use old coolers with the OG1150 socket. Now Corsair makes the best liquid coolers I've seen, and it's only a $95 cooler, which beats more expensive Xiaomi liquid coolers, that's for sure. Now, for the RAM, we only have 8 gigs of Corsair Vengeance. 8 gigs is still enough for games, and DDR3 1600 is quite fast. Corsair also makes some of the best RAM ever, and it's only $60, and you're getting 8 gigs for that price, which is pretty awesome. Now for the motherboard, I want the Asus Z87A. It's one of Asus's best Z87 boards right now, and it's going to enable you to overclock with ease, putting up to 32 gigs of RAM, and it has SATA 6 and USB free, and PCI free too. Combine that with SOI support, crossfire support too, and you've got a pretty good board. It's also worth knowing that this board is really top quality, all for $160. That's pretty awesome. Now the most expensive part of any gaming PC build should be the graphics card. If not, your computer is probably a rendering PC. If it's not good for that, then you're probably not getting a gaming PC. So for a graphics card, I went with an EVGA GTX 780 free gig card. Now I can save $200 to go for 770, but this isn't really that restricted of a budget. So this card is a pretty good deal. It's a free gig card, $660. It's got a good reference cooler for once. Finally they did that. And $660, good deal. Now for a hard drive, I went with the 1TB Caviar Black. Now 1TB is a lot of storage, and this is the best 1TB drive on the market. All for $100. And I do mean best 1TB drive in the market. Maybe not performance, but the reliability is unmatched. Alright, now on to the SSD. These high-end builds cannot be completed without an SSD anymore, so I went with Samsung 840 120 gig SSD. Just put Windows and your key apps on there, and everything will be fast. All for $100, which is pretty good deal on SSD terms since you're below $1 gigabyte. Now I'm almost done here. Course for a power supply, I went for Corsair TX 750. 750 watts is more than enough for this build. It's very high quality, hence the TX branding, and it's SOI ready, all for $110. You already know optical drive. Now, let's finish this off with the case. It's one of the best cases I've ever put in these builds. It's the Cooler Master Storm Enforcer. Just look at it and it explains itself. Plenty of room, side window, and high quality, $90. And Cooler Master makes awesome cases that can easily compete with Corsair cases, and kills Corsair cases for looks in many areas. And again, it's $90, which is pretty awesome. Now we're pretty much done this build. The total price is around $1,635. Subscribe to me, Dark Aperture, if you like this build, and goodbye. Bye guys.